people, it's your girl Jana, and I'm back today with yet another video. And I really hope you guys are ready for this one because let me tell you, things are about to get real spooky in here. And that's because we're gonna be taking a look at a bunch of videos from all over the internet that are bound to give you nightmares. Before we get started, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Concerned father Chris from Fargo, North Dakota says that his 4-year-old son has been behaving very strangely. He says that over the last 3 or 4 days, the child has said that he just doesn't want to go in the bedroom because he says, quote, "There's a monster in there."
Let me stop you right there. If I was a parent and my child told me that there is a monster in their bedroom, best believe I am fully believing them and moving the hell out of that house. Babe, I am not taking any risks with monsters. I truly believe that kids are way more in tune with the spiritual side, and if they tell you that something's going on, something's going on. That's like literally every horror movie ever.
Obviously, Chris just dismissed these claims as a child's overactive imagination. But then, one night at around 2 a.m., the boy is fast asleep in bed when something happens that Chris and his wife simply can't explain. Something truly shocking. The boy cries out when he appears to get shoved out of bed by some invisible force. Chris says that his son cried out in shock, but thankfully, the boy was okay and completely unharmed.
He might have been physically okay, but that must have taken a serious mental toll on him. You can very clearly tell he didn't just jump out of the bed himself. Something quite literally threw him off that bed. Poor thing, I actually feel really bad. Even as an adult, that would be so terrifying to experience, let alone a freaking kid. I would lose my goddamn mind.
Chris says that the previous owner of their house passed away right in the living room. And he wonders if this tragic history has anything to do with what's happening to their son.
The fact that they knew someone passed away in the living room of that house and still decided to move in is absolutely insane to me. Because I know I personally would never, like that house would immediately be a write-off for me. But I am not living in a house that someone literally died in. It's just not gonna happen. Who knows though, maybe the house was just on a really good deal. Either way though, is it really worth it if things like this are gonna happen to you? I don't think so.
A woman named Nadine has been experiencing some very strange and unexplained events in her home in Alabama.
Just like kids, I do believe dogs are also just tapped into the spiritual side. They can definitely see and hear things that we cannot. And it looks to me like that dog is warning her of something.
Now, many viewers believe that they can hear a voice whisper something after the dog barks that sounds like, "Lay over there."
At first, I have to admit I did not hear a single thing, but then when they enhanced the audio, I definitely heard exactly what he's talking about. It really does sound like someone is talking to the dog. That is really scary.
As for Nadine, she says that she's a skeptic and doesn't really believe in ghosts at all. But then one night, she's looking after her 2-year-old daughter Blake, and something happens that freaks her right out.
Blakey, you okay? Do you want me to go open the door? Why? No? Okay. Okay, I'm honestly freaking the out and I don't know what to do. Just a couple minutes ago, I got up and I closed my door because she kept pointing to my room saying, "Mommy, mommy, someone's over there." And she was terrified. She was terrified. Of course, freaking me out. So I went over there and she just said, "No, mommy, come here, mommy, sit, mommy, don't go over there." And so I called the dog and I closed the door, and as you can see, Dude, she's still terrified. She's still terrified. She doesn't want me going over there. She doesn't want me to open the door.
You can really tell how terrified her daughter is. It looks like she's also able to sense something evil in the house. So much so that she asked her mom to close that door. Girl, I think it might be time for you to start packing your bags and moving the hell out of that house. First the dog and then your daughter. Something crazy is definitely going on there.
Mommy's gonna go open the door, okay? I'll be right back. It's okay. I'll be right back. And now she's hiding her face. Dude, what the It's okay, baby. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, tell me I'm not... What do I do?
I'm not even exaggerating. When she opened that door, I genuinely felt a shift of energy. Something evil is hiding in that room. And that little girl can definitely see it.
Little 2-year-old Blake is terrified of something in Nadine's bedroom. So much so that Nadine has to close the door to calm her daughter down. So could it be that little Blake saw a supernatural entity? Or just what was scaring her?
If I were her, I would definitely try to get that place cleansed. Wave some sage around, call a priest over, just do whatever you have to do to just cleanse all that evil out of there.
Tasha D and her husband move into an 1840s farmhouse in rural upstate New York. The happy couple begins to renovate their new home. But soon, Tasha begins to experience some very unsettling and unexplained events. These strange incidents only seem to occur when Tasha is home alone, so her husband is a bit skeptical. So one day, a picture frame in the house inexplicably falls to the floor. Tasha grabs her phone and starts to record in hopes of proving to her husband that something's just not quite right in the old farmhouse.
See, and you think I'm crazy. The first time I'm here by myself, there's a picture on the floor, and it just...
But things soon start to get even weirder because the family dogs begin to act really strange.
Why are you running?
Talk about paranormal activity. That door fully opened and closed right in front of her eyes. Not to mention her dog is also freaking the hell out. They did mention that it's a really old farmhouse, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was haunted. I'm sensing something really dark going on here. If it's a spirit, it is definitely not a friendly one.
Another day, and Tasha is recording a candid video of her dogs to post to Snapchat when this happens.
Look at them. Destroying the living room over one toy. Silly.
Right after posting the video to Snapchat, a worried friend reaches out to Tasha to warn her about what seems to be a strange shadow-like figure moving up the wall right beside her dogs. Tasha has no idea what the creepy shadow could be, so she shares her story to TikTok hoping to find answers. The video soon grabbed the attention of millions of concerned TikTok viewers who wonder if Tasha might have awakened a paranormal presence by renovating the 180-year-old farmhouse.
I've never really heard of renovating an old house triggering paranormal activity. I just always thought if a place is haunted, it's haunted. You can't really trigger something like that, but who knows, I could be wrong. It definitely did look to me like some sort of shadow like crawled up the wall. However, because we can't see behind her, we don't know if it's just some sort of like light or something that's making it look like this really harsh shadow. Definitely creepy nonetheless.
And then, one night, just after midnight, someone rings Tasha's doorbell. When she checks the security camera, what she sees chills her to her core. dark shadow can be seen moving towards the outside deck chair and appears to just take a seat. It then gets up, moves away towards the right, and disappears. So did Tasha and her family move into a haunted farmhouse? Could the renovations be upsetting a lingering paranormal presence, causing it to act out?
I mean, there's absolutely no way you can explain that last clip away. There's fully a spirit just sitting on their front porch. I'm starting to think that it may be the ghost of a previous owner that's upset about them renovating the house. Maybe they still feel like the house belongs to them, and so they're starting to get angry with the new family moving in. If that is the case, I honestly don't know what could make this situation better other than just moving out and letting them take reign over the house. I think that doorbell footage would be enough for me to get the hell out of there, because I mean, it is clear as day. It looks like there's a ghost walking up to the door. How freaking crazy is that?
A woman from Oregon says that her young daughter claims that there's something living in their basement, hiding in the storage area just underneath the stairs. At first, of course, the mother dismisses these claims, just thinking it's the little girl's overactive imagination. But that same day, after hearing something strange coming from the basement, the mom decides to check the footage from their security camera. What she sees chills her to her core. Did you see it? A small pale hand can be seen reaching out from under the stairs before just disappearing. Even creepier, both the child and the family cat seem to spot this bizarre apparition. The little girl even seems to wave at something that we can't see. Now, unfortunately, this video was shared to the internet without a direct source, so we'll probably never know just what happened here.
They have a freaking demon living under their stairs. It looks like it was literally waving at the girl, and the girl waved right back. Even the freaking cat saw it. If I were them, I would fill underneath the stairs with a bunch of bricks and then just cement the door closed, so whatever the hell is in there stays in there.
Reddit user No Recognition 1998 says that this video was caught on a trail cam 20 miles out into the Idaho woods in the middle of nowhere. Now, there is no reason that anyone would be this far out in these isolated woods at this time of night. So what is this? Someone or something walks past a forest trail cam at 4:37 in the morning, in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere.
That is 100% not a human being. It fully looks like some sort of creature or humanoid figure. Because like, why the hell would any normal person be walking through the wilderness at 4 in the morning? Makes absolutely no sense. I always think the scariest footage ever is captured on these trail cameras because they're always in the most isolated areas in the middle of the woods. And that is just the scariest thing ever to me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think this creature is, or if it's just like a really weird looking human. However, I really doubt it. That thing does not look human to me whatsoever. It looks straight up demonic.
Dustin Frazier says that he works the night shift at an allegedly haunted hotel in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. One night, Dustin is recording a Snapchat video to send to his friend when something happens that makes his blood run cold.
I just got to work and I feel like, like all day today, I felt bad. Honestly, it's less like a little bit. I felt bad. And I don't know. I just, like, I feel like I need to go to the doctor, but like I'm constantly just like nauseous. And I don't really know why. Like, I have tried to like take medicine for it and stuff, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it really does anything. But if you wanted to swing by, and say, hey, like you could, oh, I can't see. I also hate that they always keep this room so fucking dark. Like, come on now. But anyways, yeah, if you wanted to swing by and say, hey, then, you know, you could. But yeah, I'm just chilling.
There is just so much going on in this video. First of all, there's random voices throughout the entire thing, and I'm pretty sure I saw someone standing behind him in that really dark room. I have to say he is very brave for being the only one in that hotel at night. You would never catch me dead alone in a hotel. That actually sounds like a literal nightmare to me. There is no amount of money in the world that could get me to do this, and this guy's just casually walking around the freaking hotel filming himself.
Throughout the video, strange voices and whispering can be heard.
I felt bad. Honestly, it's less like a little bit. I had to like take anything. And I also hate that they always keep this room so fucking dark. Like, come on now.
But creepiest of all, something can be seen standing in the shadows just behind Dustin, not once, but twice. Some dark figure with a distorted skeletal face. Now, at the time I'm recording this story, this video has gained a massive audience of over 19 million viewers, making it the most popular and most suggested video. But is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Okay, I did not even catch that skeletal looking face behind him. I definitely noticed the figure in the back that was like really dark looking, but that face is truly terrifying. I will admit, I do think there's a chance that this whole thing is a little bit of a hoax, especially because the ghost voices sound like they might be edited in. Again, I could be wrong, who knows? We can never really prove any of these videos. All I know is if I even heard those voices one time, I would be so out of there. It's actually insane, and the fact that he stuck around is truly really impressive. Definitely let me know in the comments if you guys think this video is real or not. Real or fake, it's definitely really scary.
Reddit user Justin says that he and his family recently bought and moved into a historic 1800s terrace house in London, England. But during renovations, Justin says his doorbell security camera caught something really creepy. Around 10 p.m. at night, someone or something can be seen quickly taking a peek at Justin's front door. Then whoever or whatever it is appears to walk past the car in the driveway before disappearing off camera. Now, with the house's 200-year history, Justin is worried that his renovations might have triggered some paranormal presence to act out. But worried Reddit viewers warn Justin that he might be dealing with something even scarier. A trespassing stranger that is scoping out his house for unknown reasons. So is this a ghost? Or is this a very real and potentially dangerous person?
I was gonna say that this could potentially be an actual person scoping out the place to see what the best way would be for them to break in, especially because they don't disappear. You see them walk past the car and away from the house. If I had to guess, I would guess that it's an actual person and not a ghost, which, to be honest with you, is even more terrifying because this is a potentially really dangerous situation. They definitely look like they're checking the place out to see if anyone else is there and to maybe check for cameras, and that, my friends, is scarier than any ghost you could be dealing with.
In this creepy video, a woman begins recording when her dog refuses to come back inside their house. The dog seems frozen in place and refuses to even look back at his owner as she calls to him.
Nigel, what are you doing? Nigel.
The dog appears to be frozen in fear as it stares at something behind a shed in their backyard. When the woman slowly looks around the corner, her heart almost stops as she sees two creepy glowing eyes staring right back at her. Now, the video abruptly ends here and was reposted to the internet by social media outlets that just don't bother to credit the source. so with no explanation, it's hard to say exactly what's going on here. But the dog's freaked out reaction is strange. So just what do you think this dog is seeing looking back from the darkness?
Judging by how low the glowing eyes seem to be to the ground, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that it's some sort of raccoon or a coyote or just some sort of animal, especially because of the way that the dog is crouching to the ground. It definitely looks like it's in defense mode. And again, we do know that some animals at night seem to have glowing eyes, especially if you shine a camera light at them. I do think this is one of those situations where it's potentially an animal, and that dog is telling it to get the hell out of there.
A young woman in Japan claims that her grandmother kept a cursed photo album locked in one of her cupboards. The woman believes that her grandmother might have dabbled in dark magic, and that the cursed photo album and her grandmother's strange rituals might have led to her grandfather's strange, unexplained death 12 years earlier. Her grandfather allegedly took his own life inside the home, but the circumstances were very suspicious. The young woman says that for her part, she once viewed the cursed album herself, but that she became seriously ill immediately afterwards. Since then, the young woman's grandmother has passed away, but she is still afraid of the home and the creepy photo album. She asked anonymous paranormal investigator Kaneko to remove and destroy the album, warning him that everyone who views the photo album becomes ill, and that some of her family even believes that the cursed album can possess the viewer.
Okay, let me get this straight. So this photo album is cursed, and anyone who views it is supposed to get violently ill and or possessed. And this guy just fully showed us the photos from the photo album. Does that mean we're at risk at getting possessed? I sure hope not. I will say it is absolutely insane for her to still be living in that house after everything that happened with her grandma and her grandpa. If I were you, babe, I would bulldoze that entire property. I am not playing with a curse.
Because Kaneko has actually recorded the moment he found and looked through the cursed photo album on camera, something happens that Kaneko claims that he doesn't remember at all. Something terrifying.
Okay, we need to take a little bit of a break because this video is truly terrifying. It fully sounds like someone is knocking on the sliding door, and that makes no sense because absolutely no one is in there with him. My heart rate is going through the freaking roof right now. I don't even understand how he is brave enough to open the photo album knowing what happens to people who look at it. I would take that thing and burn it immediately.
きなよ。
Did you see it? Kaneko hears a strange sound coming from somewhere inside the house. But when he turns to look, someone can be seen kneeling behind the glass of a sliding door. But Kaneko says there was no one else inside that house with him. After analyzing the footage, YouTube channel Fourth Wall believes that the woman's grandmother might have been responsible for her grandfather's death, and that his spirit is unable to move on.
I did not even catch that until he pointed it out. It fully looks like someone is kneeling behind the door. I actually have full body chills right now. I'm not even joking. This video was a full-on experience. I really hope the guy is okay and that he got out of there safely. I also hope that the photo album didn't affect him. And I really, truly, highly recommend that you do not go back there whatsoever, because oh boy, is that place ever cursed. The vibes in there were just truly horrifying.
YouTuber Creepy Outdoors frequently sets out to explore and spend the night deep in the wilderness of Canada. On one of these trips, he sets up camp just like any other night and scouts through the woods with a flashlight and a GoPro camera. But this time, something very unexpected happens and things take a creepy turn.
Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get out of here. Oh, boy. Oh. Okay. That was f***ing creepy. I need to get out of here.
The camper thinks he hears movement in the remote woods, so he cuts his flashlight so he can't be seen. But the joke is on him, because just then, a high-pitched voice can be heard calling out, "I see you." Now he's feeling a little on edge and wondering if there might be someone or something stalking him in the dark woods. He decides to just quickly head back to the safety of his camp. The experienced explorer says this is the scariest sound he's ever heard in the woods. Even though he was somewhere deep in the Canadian wilderness and completely removed from any towns or cities, he says that he hopes that the voice belonged to just a fellow camper having a laugh.
Okay, if that was another person just messing with him, that would be so freaking terrible. Like, that's just downright mean to do to someone. However, that voice sounded really freaking creepy, and it clear as day said, "I see you." I really did not like that whatsoever. I was waiting for someone to pop out of the woods at any moment. I'm honestly really glad that that didn't happen and that he decided to just go back to his camp. Videos like this are the exact reason why you would never catch me camping in the woods, especially alone. I really don't know what it is and I can't put my finger on it, but there is something so terrifying about a dark forest. You just never really know what's lurking there, and do you really want to take that risk? But alright, you guys, we finally made it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments which video spooked you out the most. I have to say that cursed photo album is literally going to haunt my nightmares. Something about that entire video just gave me really evil energy. I really hope that us seeing that photo album doesn't have any effect on us. If you notice anything, definitely let me know in the comments. I definitely feel so spooked right now. I fully feel like someone is behind me. But I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.